Most people struggle with gouache because they start too thick. That's why I always start with water. In this video, I will give you some gouache tricks that changed my landscapes. Before I get to that, I just want to start with the mood of this scene. There's something about quiet afternoons by the water, the way light touches everything, just for a moment. I wanted to capture that feeling, this small house by a lake. I always start with the sky, a soft blue, nice and light. I leave some white space for the clouds. A simple tip, keep the top of the sky darker and lighter near the horizon. It gives depth without much effort. For clouds, I don't try to paint every detail. I just use a damp brush and gently blend the edges. Add some grey at the bottom and finally brighten up with whites at top of clouds. Clouds look best when they're uneven and imperfect. That's what makes it beautiful. For landscapes, I always visualize the depth first. Background fades a bit, while foreground stays rich and warm. Now I move to the house. Warm browns for the wood, darker tones under the roof for shadows. I keep the windows simple, just small dark shapes with a tiny highlight. That little highlight makes them feel alive. Even basic shapes can look real with some soft shadows. Here is a tip I mentioned earlier. First, always start thin. Water first, paint second. It's much easier to add layers than to fix thick paint. Now for the field, I start with a base green, then add darker greens for depth. After that, a touch of yellow where sunlight hits. Never use only one green, use different tones. It makes your landscape feel natural. I paint grass in loose strokes. Not every blade matters, just the feeling of grass. If you are new to gouache, instead of working with thick paint right away, try thin layers first. Build up slowly, you'll have more control. Also, gouache dries lighter, so don't be afraid to layer again and again. And one more simple thing, if a colour feels too strong, soften it with a touch of white or water instead of covering it. For flowers, I keep it easy, tiny dots, different colours, some close together, some far apart, red, pink, white, yellow, whatever feels right. Flowers don't need detail, they just need contrast. Small dots can change the whole mood of a painting. Around the lake, I add a few rocks and soft grass. Rocks look better when they're uneven. I use darker colour underneath and lighter on top. Grass near water is usually darker, so I blend deep greens here. This helps connect land and water smoothly. Now my favourite part, reflections. I pull the sky colours straight down into the lake, blue from the sky, soft white for clouds, a touch of green from nearby trees. I use horizontal strokes for water. That keeps it calm and peaceful. Reflections should always be softer than the real objects, less detail, more blur. Finally, the girl by the water. She's sitting quietly, feet in the lake, enjoying the moment. Sometimes a small figure makes a big scene feel alive. She reminds me to slow down, to sit, to breathe, to enjoy quiet moments. Just keep creating. Sometimes the best paintings come from calm hands and a peaceful mind. And share what colour or technique you loved most in the comments below. I'll see you in the next one.